Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 15-year veteran Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they take on a man back for a 16th NFL season, Eli Manning, and the New York Football Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, I hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Number 12 in green and gold coming out to lead the Packers. Of course, that's Aaron Rodgers. Last year for Rodgers, despite the young receiving core, despite the nagging injuries, despite the removal of his head coach, better than 4,400 passing yards, the second highest total in his 14 NFL seasons. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Running back Aaron Jones in his third year out of UTEP led the NFL in yards per carry in 2018, but his goal in the offseason, as stated through interviews, wants to become a better, more dependable pass catcher out of the backfield. Had 206 receiving yards in 2018, and when Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, you definitely want to up your game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, he gets this to Davante Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They'll be commanded by the veteran QB, the former Walter Payton Man of the Year in the league, Eli Manning.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Watch the screen. Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10, watch 10.
On first down, Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Manning. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
On the ready.
Hey, watch the slant. Check.
Right.
Tight right. Solo up there. Check down.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Rosa's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. From the gun, Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Working from the gun, Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Come on now, let's go!
So Manning and the Giants down 7-3, 1:04 on the clock, needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
Ready? 8, read. Hey, watch left. Record.
Manning to throw. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. Back to throw. And this is Latimer, complete. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
He's back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Manning. And Tate's got it. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Here we go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.